Hello, hello. I hope you are all doing amazing. Thank you so much for being here in Encoded Frequency. This is first service day. Today we answer questions from you guys. We can do healing in your aura. I know a lot of people is struggling with the ascension symptoms from the equinox in the spring that is going to be in some places Sunday and another Mondays between 20 and 21 of March, and we're already feeling the energy increasing. Please, you guys, let me know if the sound is okay, and let me know how you are doing. Thank you so much. Any questions that you have, how you are feeling. I wanted to talk a little bit about power while you guys know that I am alive and that I can read your questions. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate it so much. Berta, I thank you so much. Another thing, tomorrow we're going to have a channeling transmission to activate your gifts. Third eye, telepathy, channeling, healing. I don't know exactly what is going to come through, but I'm going to channel galactics, and it's going to be 12 p.m. Pacific time. You guys can sign up for free in the calendar, and it's going to be around an hour. I'm going to channel galactics, I think Pleiadians, and then they're going to do a meditation live for us, and then we'll receive the equinox. What is the equinox, guys? The equinox is a portal like the solstice. We do have at least 4 gateways, 5, during the whole year that are ancient ancestors, ancient civilizations honor with celebrations, with rituals, because they knew is when we have photonic light, plasmic light, solar flares, and extra energy from higher dimensions. And then the gateway, it is a portal where we all collective agree that it is equinox in spring, and then we have the summer solstice, and then we have the 888 in December, the Lion's Gate, and then we have the autumn equinox, and then we have the winter solstice, and then in between we have eclipses, we do have full moons, new moons, and then these are opportunities for us to tune into our higher guidance, our higher self, our team, to change timeline, to recalibrate what's going on. We just had a full moon in Virgo that it is all about reorganize, recalibrate, declutter, because Virgos are perfectionists, seeing the details in everything. I'm a Virgo. But at the same time, we are practical. So whatever isn't working out for you, then it is the opportunity for you to be aware, so you can let it go and transform it into something new. And at the same time, to empty the space in your vessel, in your mind, your emotional body, whatever isn't working out for you, it is the opportunity to release it, to let it go free and transmute into the universe so it can become something new. And then now that it's going to be the spring equinox, we have the opportunity to bring more wisdom from our own divine soul. Wisdom that we have already learned in higher guidance, in other timelines on earth. We can download it. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that with my heart. And how you can do this, there's going to be a lot of live events. I have seen Facebook. Choose whoever you feel drawn to. It could be myself, it could be anyone else. There is a lot of events for free, and there are other events that are being paid. Choose whatever you feel drawn to, and take that opportunity for you, the equinox, to meditate, to be intimate with your guides, with your team, so you know where you are presently, and most importantly, you take an inventory about what has happened before, but what you would like to do with what you have now, what solutions you are going to bring out to the surface. Because a light work, you guys, is not only about meditation and like language and fantasious or magical things that we all do, because we're all gifted. It's about transforming the 3D matrix into 4 and into 5 by bringing solutions, different habits, different ways for us to be true in community. Remember that New Earth is going to be all about community. It's not about me, it's about us together creating a new place where we don't have wars anymore, where we can have the job that we like to do, but that is also a profession that I feel free to do, that I like, that inspire me, that I'm not being obligated to follow some rules where I feel restricted, because my authenticity and your authenticity is your power, because it's the blueprint that you have from God, God that is your life force that we all have, including animals and trees and beyond many other beings. But what makes me different, it's my uniqueness, and it's not my weakness, it's my strength. Sometimes we don't tap into our own uniqueness because we are not aligning to our own agenda. But whatever it is that is your magic, when you, thank you, Darla, I appreciate it, when you are aware of it, because in most of us is in our inside of our shadow. We're not able to see it. We don't feel confident. We don't feel secure. We don't feel empowered to do it. But whatever that it is that you do, the more that you do, that you embrace that unique gifts that you do, that no one else in the world can do it by you, you are going to shine more. You are going to feel more aligned with your source, with divine, and then more beautiful things are going to come into your path that are going to feel like in the right side of the world. I hope that makes sense. When I embrace all aspects of me, the ones that I rejected, the ones that I don't like, and the ones that I feel proud, I can feel more whole. And the more whole I feel, the more I embrace my higher self, God, through me, and the better life feels. Not because I am faking it like in a rainbow marshmallow thing. No, it is because dark and light becomes more clear, and I have more resources to choose what I want to embrace. If someone triggers me because it's mean to me, maybe instead of replying by fighting back, I will say, you know what? I'm not going to drain myself just because you're not in balance. Maybe I will choose to walk away or to set boundaries or very politely and respectful way say, no, I don't allow this, or whatever you feel guided to do. I hope that makes sense. So it is when we feel not strong, not aligned, that we, through our compassion and kindness and patience towards ourselves, but also everyone else, because we're all going through a lot, guys. I see sometimes that light workers who are very mean to each other on Facebook groups. No, this is not right. I am brighter than you. You are wrong. This is not it. And it's not about that. It's about holding the space where I can bring light when I don't feel like that shiny, and that I can allow myself to bring balance and stability, but I also have kindness and compassion with someone else's when they are not in their 5 minutes of rainbow, because we all have those days. We will have those times that we feel weak, that we feel like everything is wrong, and maybe if someone holds the space for me, not judging me or fighting me or telling me that I'm toxic or lower frequency or anything, and then just listen to me, or maybe don't say anything, but just hold the space. Maybe I'm able to find my own integrity and balance within my own mess. I hope that makes sense. Let me see if I can already. I know that you are asking your questions. Please type them in. I'm going to give me a second. And for the ones that are just here, remember that tomorrow I am going to have a free service, a channeling, where I'm going to bring galactics to activate your gifts. It's going to be free, so you guys can sign up in the calendar of the page. I forgot to add the link in the comments. And let me see if I can see your questions. Give me a second. Okay, I have your questions right here. Let me see if I can go with one of your questions, and then in the end, let me know what type of light language you want me to do. And then we're gonna do some healing or bring questions for all of us at the end. And at the same time, whatever questions you have, the more specific you are in a team, the more accurate the answer will be. Because if you are very general, the answer will be general. But if you want a specific answers, it's good that you are specific. So I would like to invoke you guys, your higher self, so they can speak through me. They can be my eyes, my ears, my knowing, so I can read the energy correctly. And only the highest and the highest can come through today for the highest good of all of us together. That's good. Let's begin. Anna, appreciate it. Thank you so much. You are an angel to me. You know that. Julie, I appreciate it. Berta, thank you so much. I'm grateful for all of you. Okay, the first question is from Berta. I feel so tired when I ask if the path I'm going is the right one to me, and my gifts are doing the purpose. And the answer is yes. I do believe we are always where we are meant to be, and when we are not, it doesn't feel good. It feels like everything is wrong. It feels like we are going, like swimming against the current of the river, like tired and tired and tired and tired. But even though sometimes we are in this appear not right places, at the divine order, it is the step that is going to take me into a more rider path, more rider path, more rider path, more rider path, until everything feels good. Even though I may feel challenged, because we are here to feel challenged and to grow and to learn, when I am the most coherent with myself and in balance and the most harmonious, the majority of the time, maybe not 100%, I think we have resonance from the feel that we are in the rider and in the rider and in the rider path. And this may never end, because guys, remember, we are eternal, we're infinite. And this is kind of like a vacation, having a journey, an illusion, thinking we are inside of source, when in reality we are in source. We are in heaven, we're perfect, everything it is already done, everything it is already said, and we're just going back in time, having an illusion that it appears where we have past and present and future. So we discover how it is it that it is already done, how it is it that we ascend, how it is it that I ended being Arcturian or Pleiadian, or how it is it that I learned to love. And maybe in all the illusions that my soul has, I'm going to have different experiences about love. Maybe through loneliness, maybe through a twin flame connection, maybe to a polyamorous relationship, I don't know. So it's just the illusions that our soul wants to learn and discover and explore. But it's, for the soul, it's not like a big deal, because the soul knows when we sleep, and the soul of us connects to the source, knows it's just part of like that play role or game. It's not that real, so we shouldn't take it that that seriously. I think we're here to have fun. And Berta, if you are feeling drained, I think it is because you are not doing or practicing a lot of self-love. So put yourself in a priority. I think you give more than what you give to yourself. It's not that others need to give to you. It is that you, before giving, give it to yourself, and then through the love you give to yourself, you can give to others, like a cause and effect. I hope that makes sense. Let me see if I can read with another question. I hope that helps, Berta, and I appreciate all the support you give to me. I'm really grateful. Merida Santiago, thank you for being here. I am in a lot of pain having some woman body issues. I feel it's a little bit hormonal, Mary, and I think it has to do with your diet. I don't know what kind of diet do you have, but your body is asking for you to do a detox and to search what food and emotions you are feeding to your body and soul that are creating imbalances in your feminine hormones. I don't know exactly, but I'm seeing like hitting more reds and purples and oranges and food that grows under earth. I don't know if you eat that, but your body feels heavy. It feels like you have been healing a lot of things in your consciousness, but the body it still has some toxins or damage that needs to release. So the lighter you go on your diet, the easier it is going to be for your body to transmute. And another way for us to transmute what you guys are saying, it is cry. When we cry, actually, our tears wash away the physical body, so we release toxins, metals, things that we feed from every place: food, people, emotions, the environment, the internet, etc., etc. So I hope that helps. And let me see. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate it. Georgina, thank you. Darla, Susan, good afternoon. Sarah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much. Okay, Nikki is asking how I can serve myself, my family in a better way, get overwhelmed. That's actually a great question. I have asked myself that thing many times, and the answer that my guides give to me it is that the more aligned I am, the more I help Gaia, because my energy will be like a keeper of harmony, and then I will see myself like a big selenite. I don't know if you guys have seen the selenite crystals, that if you have a bunch of crystals, you put a selenite and selenite will harmonize all of them. And then sometimes they do lamps and stuff. So when I asked that to my guys said that if I'm in harmony, if I'm at peace, I will be like a keeper of higher light. And just by being, I don't need to actually do healings or lives or anything. Just by being in harmony, peace, at ease, I am going to be like a huge selenite that will balance anything else around me. And this is what Gaia asks the most to all of us. And feelings overwhelmed, it is because what I think doesn't match what I feel. So try to declutter your mind, because all ideas begins here and then they are shoot like rockets into the heart, and then the heart sometimes feel overwhelmed because of all those ideas that we have been created, and then the heart is just like, oh my god, that's too much, I don't like it, and then is when we feel like that crashing. But when my ideas are in harmony with my heart, I am at peace, and then that is like the best protection we can have, because even if anyone is mean to us or trigger us or try to do something dishonest to us, you're kind of immune, because you are like, your energy is like so peaceful and steady, like kind of anything affect you, because strong power begins right here. Nikki, I hope that helps. Another thing that you guys are saying is that, like, if I would like to be fit and sign up for the gym, and then I do it for a while, and then I work out my body, and then my body looks like fit because I'm doing exercise and diet and shakes and stuff like that, and then I stop, and then if I stop, my body is not going to keep being fit for the rest of my life. Maybe I'm gonna gain weight, and maybe my skin is gonna fall because I'm not being committed with my desire. I hope that makes sense. So whatever desires you have that you want to feel, you have to be committed so you can see results. But then when you see results, don't give up thinking it's going to be forever. Keep being committed, keep being in your light, keep being in the path that works out for you, so you are always where it feels good for you. I hope that makes sense. Nikki, I appreciate it. Let me see who else has questions. Thank you, Yuli. Thank you, Sarah. Great. I'm glad that it resonated with you. Look, with our thinking, sometimes we judge ourselves or we are very perfectionist. Like, I'm so dumb, I'm so stupid. It's not about that. It's just about listening. Listen all the different voices we have, and even if we don't do healing or anything, just by listening without judgment, that's enough. Because we are not creating blocks, we're letting that sadness or anger or feeling frustrated to flow and then goes through whatever needs to go. Darkness help us to break things when we feel they're not right. Like for example, if you get upset for some injustice and then you shatter like being very upset and then you explode like a bomb or something. When that energy is being focused on setting boundaries or protect yourself, it's great because you have like extra energy to create a change when you disagree with something. But if I am upset my whole life, I'm not going to have an enjoyable experience. But a little bit, it's okay because I'm being aware of something that I'm dislike. If I feel sad, it's okay because I will listen to myself and then I will say, that thing makes me sad or depressed or overwhelmed or anything on your shadow that you feel. But it is there to let us know that something isn't that comfortable for us to do something proactively when we are in our light. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much. Natalie, what gifts do I have that I don't remember? Okay, Natalie, you have all gifts, but you are dormant. You have your gifts dormant. You haven't practiced your gift, and I think it's about feeling confident to use them. But the biggest that I see is healing and magic. Magic in other lives, you could create illusions, and those illusions would be seen by others. So your mind is powerful, which is a great thing because you can use that to manifest whatever you think. You can affirm it like degrees, and then you can manifest that if those illusions that you're creating are coherent with your heart. That's a great thing for you to practice. But at the same time, healing your sensitivity, it's very good in your intuition. So throughout your healing, you can start being activating other things that I don't think, no, I'm gonna replace that. That are going to come after your healing. It's strong and cohesive with yourself. Oh my God, I have been saying cohesive a lot of times. Sometimes my tongue and my words get like because guys get excited because we don't pay attention, as what they say. They complain. We ignore guys. We ignore them completely. So they are all like, blah, 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 say this, and then I'm just like, hold on, because they are not speaking words. They speak feeling, and that feeling comes through my Spanish, and then my Spanish translated into my English, and then that's why sometimes I'm trying to find the best words for all of us. But even if my words are not clear, or light language or anything, this transmission and all others go by feeling. Even if I miss your question, you are going to have your own insights through your own intuition because it's how energy works. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Remember, guys, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to have the transmission for the equinox. I'm not seeing new comments, new questions, so I'm gonna refresh these. And if I miss any of your questions, please do your question again. Okay, Mari says that she has been feeling eating lighter and change your exercise and diet. Yes. I think your family it's a little bit heavier, but it's fine because they need it. But you maybe smaller of what they all eat, smaller portion, or maybe lighter, but lots of reds, orange, roots, beets, berries, things like that, because your body needs it for your hormones. And at the same time, maybe an oil or some supplement or anything that you search online that you feel drawn to is going to assist you. And the detox, maybe if you do it for a weekend, is going to be enough. And let me see, I'm not getting new questions. Any new questions? Okay, Julie, we've if you have any advice to attract the right man of my life, I will appreciate it. That's a great question. I have been working on that for a while. And this is something that I have learned. Okay, I'm gonna bring guys, so I don't speak from Gretel, so I speak in the most highest wisdom that I can share. Okay, the first love is the love that comes from the source. And this is actually what guys are saying. So your partner is going to be the reflection of what at the higher self level we can match someone in the physical that mirrors an aspect of my soul. That partner can mirror my karma, can mirror my weaknesses, can mirror maybe I'm very perfectionist and maybe my partner is like all over the place. So he's teaching me, let's say that maybe I shouldn't be that tight, and maybe between that freedom to flow and my strict way to be, we can find balance. At the level of the soul or spirit, this is what I learned. We choose partners not because we're going to have the Cinderella story, but because who is going to push me and show me like a teacher, a master in life that is going to make me to become the best that I can be. And then those agreements that we do are all intermingled with our family monad and all the lines. I have learned that we have monads of 12 lives together, and 12 and 12 and 12 and 12. I don't know why we have circles of 12, at least in my Akashic records, and we can have as many soulmates, lovers as we want. I have found by doing the twin flame drawings and all the love codes that I have been doing lately for myself and for all others, that we have like our 12 favorite soulmates that we exchange, that we can be business partners, maybe we can be friends, father, mother, couple, but from all those 12, we're gonna have one that is kind of like my twin flame, the one that I enjoy the most from the whole that I have shared my soul with. Because at the soul level, the more partners you have, the more you'll learn. I'm not saying that we should be polyamorous. I'm just saying that the more illusions you create, the more chances to learn, the better it gets because you learn the most. And all this is that we are learning We send it back to the source, and then we channel it from the guys that are in the higher dimensions that they are just observing us because they learn through us. We are extensions of God. We are here in the practice. And they are like, listen, fifth dimensional above. It's like when someone show you pictures of Egypt and says, look, this is where the pyramids were. It was so fun. I love it. It was all encoded with the magic and sorcery and spells. And then I remember this, but we weren't there. We were just told what it is, right? And then it's not the same for us to watch a movie about Egypt or a documentary or see pictures that go into Egypt. Because if I go to Egypt, I will feel Egypt. And then I will feel it through the smell, the taste, my skin, the air, everything. And the experience is going to be more complete. This is the difference between higher and lower dimensions. Well, physical dimensions, we feel. And we have choose whatever we want to do. We're all given like a bag of gold with my gifts, my weaknesses, the contrast that I'm gonna do, and whatever I become is my free will, right? I choose to do something greater, or maybe I choose to do a mess. But even if I do a mess, I'm going to be teaching others in my family, my net, what it is to be a mess, so they will learn to be in balance. Does that make sense? Everything is in divine order. So going to the partner, we don't choose in the physical my mom, my father, my brothers. We may like them, we may dislike them. We choose them at the energy level, but not in the physical. What you get is what you get, right? Sometimes we disagree. Like with a country, maybe I like Mexico, maybe I don't like it, but it's all that it is. It's where I am and where I live, and then I do the most of it with it in my family. But the partner, I choose it, I select it. And from all the soulmates that I can have, I'm going to choose the ones that match what I want to learn in that moment. Maybe I will choose someone like a narcissistic because maybe I'm a giver and I would like someone to show me that I can say, no, not anymore. Me first. And that's why we choose those karmic relationships. But also we choose partners like I'm going to make it easy for you because I'm going to mirror the best of you, the balance of you, the light of you, and you are going to have missions together like angels, Julie, exactly. But what we choose is depend on what our soul that we don't remember want to experience here. And at the same time, higher self, and at the same time, guides and family minute, they're all an agreement. Like when I'm going to purchase a house, they're going to ask for amount of money, and then if I have it, I'm going to pay for it, but it has to be beneficial. They will receive the money, I will get the house. That happens with every partner we have that was karmic or it wasn't. Every relationship is going to have a certain amount of karma because it's what we are learning from each other. That the difference I have learned and other people may disagree between a soulmate or a twin flame is because a soulmate, you are not both spiritual. Maybe one it is and the other it isn't. So you have a marriage or boyfriend or whatever it is, like in the reality in the 3D world. But with a twin flame, you go beyond. You connect at the multidimensional level. You blend your emotions, your shadow, your light, everything. If the other person gets upset, you feel it. And if I feel it with mine at that moment, I just feel like holding him until he can pass that anger or that upset. If he is sick, I will instantly go. And when I feel weak, I feel that he instantly hold me and then I appreciate it. It's like having a human guy and then it's just like, oh, I'm so glad that he chooses to be born. But a twin flame, as my guy said, you are meant to love each other unconditionally. that person is not meant to be your husband. Maybe it could be if you both want. It's not meant to be physical either. Sometimes you have your twin flame only at the spirit level, and Pleiades and Sirius and as a spirit guide. Sometimes you're in a different part of the world you never met. It depends on the agreement that you want to have with that twin flame. You can have your twin flame in the physical, and the ones that they marry together, it's a delightful way to see a partner that are so interwoven together that they don't need to speak or do things or fight because they exactly know what button they shouldn't push to get a fight, and it's a beautiful thing. Normally, when a twin flame lives together in the physical as boyfriends or husbands or anything, they're going to have spiritual goals together, certain mission to do with the collective. And you guys have seen that in many spiritual way showers on YouTube or on Facebook. Like, for example, Melian, that I'm not sure if I pronounce her name correctly, she's beautiful. She sings like angels and mermaids. And when I see her husband, even though she's Asian and he and isn't, he's white, they look like their auras blended together. And they work together, and she's beautiful. Her music is majestic. So this is like an example of a twin flame that comes not to be a karmic master, but one that will uplift you. So you are like the diamond that was found in Africa, that it was all raw and that it is polished and that is being exhibited in France in a very expensive jewelry. I hope that makes sense. To activate your twin flame connection, that actually astrologically it's ideal to renew your contract, to invite a new partner if you already have one and you don't like it, or to renew your vows with the one that you have, because we have Jupiter and Venus and Mars all together, so it's the ideal to set those intentions. Your twin flame partner, you can activate that with a guided meditation, and that is soul to soul. You send love, and that person instantly will send love back at you, and it's going to be like a guide, like a source of unconditional love that when you tune in feels like heaven. It doesn't have to be sexual, sometimes it is. It depends on the agreement that you have. I have seen some twin flames that they are not attracted to each other, but they are like best friends that love each other because that love is unconditional. One couple that I learned, she has like 55 and he is like in his 20s, and he is gay with gay partners, but they work together in the physical as a light workers. They love each other, you speak telepathy, you channel each other, but they are not meant to physically love each other. I don't know if that makes sense. I have seen partners that they have husbands and wives, others, and they don't feel the desire to physically, I don't know, hug and kiss, but they love each other. And normally it's hard to break those bonds when you have chosen to have that one. But you can cut course and cancel the contract if you want. It's going to be hard at the beginning, but then you can upgrade or dissolve or anything. Nothing is like a fact. But there are other twin flames that come to activate your dragon gaze or your chakras that are very sensual and passionate, that you just want to like suck each other and attract because it's like magnets that complement. But there are many, many different things, and you can have that in the astral realm or you can have that in the physical with someone. Sometimes I have had people that met he's doing in a Reiki course for 2 weeks in Hawaii, but the guy lives in Australia and she lives in America, so they have decided not to be together. But for that week, they activated each other. You activate your DNA, you activate your gifts. When you have a twin flame connection, how do you know? This is another question. How do I know? You just know because you can listen to his thoughts and feelings, and then you can channel each other, and then you have dreams together, and then you see each other's soul It's like all your gifts are remastered. I don't know if that's a correct word in English, but it is in Spanish. You just, it's like having actually a guide in the physical, and then any agreement that you have, it will be, but you can adjust it. It's intense than a soulmate. Oh yes, definitely. So not everyone is ready to have it, because imagine that your twin flame is depressed and that you feel that depression and maybe you have no reasons for it, but it is like having bank account commune together. Does that make sense? Like when you get married and I have my own money and he has his own money, but because we got married, now instead of having $500 and he $500, now I have $1 million because I use his money because he has given me permission. So you share your soul together. And at the same time, I think it is a practice, because if sometimes it's not easy to allow someone to enter your soul, your space, to know all that you are, because when I'm transparent, he knows when I try to lie, when I feel insecure, when I feel weak, all of the things that I have done. So you have to be transparent. So I think it's kind of like a practice for us to learn how it will be in New Earth, because for our guides, we are transparent. They can see everything. But am I ready for Gretel or Yumi or Anna or anyone to see all things I have done, all fears I have, all wishes I have, even my sexual desires? Do I give permission and consent to someone to have access to me? And am I willing to have access to someone else's soul? That's a question. So sometimes we are not there yet to be that transparent. And for me, at the beginning, it wasn't easy. I didn't want it to be that open, but I had to learn that I had to learn to be okay with it. And at the same time, I have learned a lot from him. I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't find him 4 years ago. I wouldn't be here, because my whole life had changed, and I have been triggered. And many of the times I hated, and I said, I'm done with this. I broke the contract, like many of you guys, because it isn't easy, because you feel it in your core. But when he and I are in agreement together, it's like heaven. It feels so good, especially when I feel weak. When I feel weak, that I feel like when I'm sick, like when I had COVID, I was saying that I can't breathe, please hold me. And then it felt so good, like an angel that you have that can uplift you anytime. And then I just feel like blessed, like, oh my God, I'm so special to have this angel just for me. Because when you meet at the soul level, you don't meet the shadow, you meet at the highest aspects of you, at the higher self level. I hope that makes sense. So if you are ready to be open, to be willing to work with someone, to really have patience and tolerance and the compassion, not to judge, and said, I will love you if you do this for me. I will love you only if you would do that for me. And you are real open to be unconditional, then you can ask God that activate that connection, and it's available for all of us. And it's a beautiful journey if you are brave enough to have it. But it's no better than a soulmate relationship. It's no better, and actually, maybe a soulmate relationship is going to be easier, because you don't have the whole energy thing going on all the time. Maybe it is simpler, and even though having a partner isn't easy. And it isn't easy because I have my world and the other person is going to have the other world, and then you have to find the middle point when you can make peace with the things that you dislike, and then find the things that you guys have right together, so you can make a team together. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, if you would like to have a partner, you can do a meditation. You can ask for it. You don't need to pay a session for it. You can, you are God, like I am, like we all. You can say, God, you know what? I want to have that partner. I want to have that piece of heaven. I'm ready to have that person that is going to challenge me so I become a better version of me. And then set your intention and then ask. You guys could do a letter. I did my letter. And then when I found my twin, the majority of the things that I asked for, he had those things. But then I remember that I forgot to add other details about the things that I didn't like that he had. So be very specific about what can work for you so it is compatible and is functional. Not only Cinderella story, but more like that is going to work in the physical, that is going to bring more to you, not to take what you already have. And that is a beautiful experience to have. And I know normally we say that light workers, I have to learn to love myself first so I can love another. Yes and no, because if I don't jump in the pool knowing that I'm going to learn how to swim, when am I going to learn if I'm not practicing? So be open to practice whatever you want to do. It could be a partner, it could be your abundance, it could be your gifts. Just jump and trust, you will figure it out because there is a piece of God in you, like in me, like in everyone else. But if we don't practice, when we're going to master that thing we want the most? And maybe we're gonna make mistakes. So be it. It doesn't matter. It's part of the learning experience for us to remember how to be the master of our own experience. I hope I give you guys some insights. I'm going to do a little bit of light language for all of us so I don't do the video too long. And tomorrow, remember, I'm going to challenge galactics in a meditation to receive light, to activate our gifts, because it's in the last sessions with people is what we all have. Can you activate my light language? Can you activate my DNA? Can I open my third eye? So let's go for it. Let's do a transmission so we all activate whatever we're ready to receive. Remember, you guys can sign up in the page, and I'm gonna put it later in YouTube, so don't worry about it if you're not in Facebook. And just, you don't have to be live either. If you can do it later, just do it later whenever you want, and allow yourself to receive what it is in store for you. Any life language that would you guys want me to do today? Maybe we can channel love and align with our own twin flames or lovers or the love of source or the love for myself. I don't know what you guys think. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's mango. I love it. I have been feeling drawn to different fruits. I had my pineapple time, I have my apple time. Now it's mango. I'm just starving to eat mango like all day. So listen to your body. Your body tells you what you need. If you guys don't have any suggestion for any light language, I would just go with the flow. And we are going to do it just like 10 minutes. Is that okay? I hope that's okay. Dear Heavenly Divine Mother, dear showers of light, I am here today feeling honored and grateful because each of you opened your heart and your space to receive a love transmission. I would like to invite each of you to tune into your own heart. Feel the ease and the light inside of you. To breathe consciously without forcing the way of the light. And just be attentive about what you receive as a cascade of unconditional love comes from the Father God and Divine Mother and the Holy Spirit, washing away worry, pain, the physical pains, the complicated feelings, the missing pieces of each of you, the traumas, the wounds, the control, and set the intention for what you would like to receive. Each of your guides are creating a circle holding hands, with your soul at your right, your spirit at the left, your I am presence in your back, and your higher self in front of you. Me as Divine Mother, I'm going to be creating a sacred space beneath your feet. Divine Father will be above your crown. Let's begin. Are you ready to receive healing? Are you open? Are you willing? If you are, say yes. Ti esta va ki eseko ti ekira vate esta. Ni ti ekiva kire sara kore eskade eseko ike esna. And allow that every sound, every feeling, every sensation comes the language of the light. Kiteva, kisa, koro, parieshkeda, sakori. Nine, mate, iki esha kokovate, ki esekore, ni eshna. And as you tune into your center, make it strong. Build it harmoniously. Find your own synergy within as you wash away the old illusions that disagree with your highest path. And as you bring into you what you need now, Tikeba ki eseko ti eshka ki ti mare siri ishna. And as you are open to receive, pi te sekara kori titi eshka te oso ma ni ishna. Bring light for yourself, but also for all others. This world is screaming for love. And as you receive love, let love to permeate all aspects of you, all inside of you and all around you. Being the peacekeeper, being the guardian of love, being the compassionate wisdom, being kind and tender with what you disagree with. Pite va te ese eki esta ko mi I ishna. Making the commitment to be kind and loving with yourself, but also with all others. You're all going through intense times. What you feel, others feel it too. Suffering is in the air. Struggle, complication. Kindness open doors. Smile, heal relationships. Peace, break the wars. But it all begins with you, with what you would like to be, with what you want to become, with what you want to create. honoring your light, your sacred temple, but also everyone else's temple. And as you sit with yourself in contemplation, allow yourself to be whole by your guides, knowing that you can lean on in your light. You can allow yourself to be supported, to be guided. If you listen, ti ishka ba ki ete kera pashka ba si ikirena. Trust in your own soul. Have the leap of faith and choose what frequency serves you the most. Ki ishka pa ki eseko ma ni ishna. And as you breathe, make an invocation to receive what you need now. And also what all others need around you. Recalibrate, integrate, and ground your love all around you and with the ones you love, with the ones you know. Include random people, random places, and all others in Gaia, all the kingdoms. And your love is going to create a bubble, a sphere of healing chamber that is going to last 4 hours and 44 minutes unless you set another intention. And as you bubble, your places, your city, your country, your planet, yourself, the ones that you love, visualize the harmony. Allow yourself to see the bigger picture, that you are not alone in this, that there is a plan, and the plan is that you fill yourself with love, consciously and lovingly. And as you breathe one more time, being conscious about the adjustment you just received, choose to ground deeper and deeper. That's what you normally do. Bringing a stability, harmony, integration with ease and grace. You're going to start feeling your toes, your fingers, your back, your head, coming back, feeling very awake, very centered as this translation is complete. Deep breath. That was good. It was good, it was good. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate each of you that you take your time to share your weekend with me. Pay attention to your own intuition, your own feeling, your own sensations. And just recognize, maybe it isn't nothing that we need to do, maybe just be present and allow the light to be the light and to find that arc, that alchemy that is designed to follow. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow we do have the transmission. The equinox channeling is going to be a long meditation, like for 40 minutes to an hour maybe, I'm not sure, but we are going to go deeper into our unconscious to activate our gifts from your soul, and light language will have a message for us. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be, I'm just going to show up. You guys can sign up for free in the calendar of the page Encoded Frequency, and for the ones in YouTube, don't worry, I'm going to post that later. and you guys can watch it whenever you can. And have a beautiful weekend. May you guys be blessed.